Hello everybody, it's Jenny McGurvey, and I am here today to share with you how I made this page. As you can see, I have a bunch of the Lawn Fawn sweater weather patterned papers laid out, and I also have a considerable amount of the new Chic Tags exclusive fall embellishments to work with. I thought these two things would go together really well. I love these patterned papers so much, and I've kind of been holding on to them for the last few weeks, figuring out how I wanted to use them. And then I found this photo of my son from last year, and I thought it would be perfect. I trimmed a 4-inch section of that leaves patterned paper. I just love the colors, and I think it's really fun and vibrant. And I adhered it down to the left side of the base paper, which is also another piece of the Lawn Fawn patterned paper. Now I'm going to play around with these 3x4 cards, the Chic Tags exclusive fall ones, and try to figure out what I'm looking for, the effect that I'm going for. I had an idea in my head of kind of how I wanted it to go, but this photo is a little bit different, and so it didn't really exactly work the way that I had planned, so I had to kind of mess around a little bit and get something that worked for me. Now, if you've watched any of my videos in the past, you know that's actually not usually how it works. I usually kind of have it all planned out in my head, and then I go forward, but this time I had to mess around with a couple of different configurations before I got it just right. No matter, it's just fine, and it works out fine in the end, and the overall page has the same feeling that I wanted for it, so it's just fine. Now I'm going to take that navy blue paper with the printed words and trim a 6-inch tall and 3-inch wide section so that I can kind of layer it with my photo. And I absolutely adore this navy blue paper. It is so cute, and I love the bright, fun colors. I need to trim the tiniest bit off the bottom of my photo to get it to work the way that I had envisioned, and then I am able to mat all three of these pieces together, that third piece being that Chic Tags card from the exclusive fall cards. Now, obviously, I have accidentally adhered that to my paper, so I have to go ahead and pull that up. And it does leave a little bit of a mark, and I'm unable to cover it with where I want my photo, so I will cover that eventually with an embellishment. Now, I'm going to open up the Chic Tags wood and cork embellishments, the fall ones, and go through those and choose the ones that I'd like to use on this page. There are some super cute pieces included. I'm not going to use the wood pumpkins or the little hedgehog type porcupine, whatever it is, because it doesn't really fit with the theme of my page, but I will use the leaves and the Hello Fall cork piece and the November cork piece. Then I'm going to pull out these really pretty die cuts, the fall die cuts, and they have a lot of really great colors that actually lend themselves perfectly to the Lawn Fawn patterned papers that I used. So I'll just go ahead and pull out the ones that feel relevant to this particular page and that I'd like to use. Now, keeping in mind that I don't actually plan on using every last bit of what I pull out, I just wanted to have them out and available so that I could move them around and figure out which ones would work best. Now, as you can see, I'm amassing quite a little collection of the pieces that I think that I'm going to go ahead and use, including that little flare that I have pulled out as well. Now, I have in my head that I'm going to create sort of a pattern that would mimic if you threw a pile of leaves up in the air, or if you jumped in the pile of leaves and then they all sort of flew up. And that's kind of what I'm trying to recreate here with my embellishments. And I really want to mix and scatter all the three different types of embellishments, the paper, the wood, and the cork, just to give it a really like sort of mixed feeling. It doesn't feel flat, it doesn't feel overly three-dimensional, it just really all feels like they were mixed together in that pile, which obviously they weren't really in a pile, the leaves were really in the pile, but I thought it would be cool. Now, as you can see, I've pushed off to the side the ones that I'm not going to use, which isn't very many. It looks like 4 or 5 of those, and then start to adhere down the ones that I am going to use, and they've really worked out and really created that overall sort of haphazard look that I was going for. And it's just wonderful how the patterned papers and these embellishments all go together so well, even though they're from 2 different manufacturers. Now I'm just using the small little thermo web tape runner that I often use for wood veneers. I'm using it for my paper ones as well, just because I have it out and I'm not going to pull out another one, though those could be used, I could use any adhesive on those. Now those are all down. I really still feel like it needs a little bit of something in between the photo and that 3x4 card. I'm super happy with how it all turned out and how I got that little mistake with the adhesive earlier fixed. But I just want to add something, and I still really do want to use that flare even though I wasn't able to find a place for it on the page. So I've pulled out a printable label that I had in my stash and adhered that right underneath the photo, and then I'm just going to add a couple of glue dots and put that right on top of there, the flare, excuse me, right on top of there. And it just adds a little extra something over on that right side that I felt that was lacking. And it turns out perfect, and the leaves are perfect. And they all, even though they're not exactly the same, they all go together so well. Now I need to add a title and some journaling. So first I will do the title work, and I'm going to use the Good Tidings foil alphabets from Chic Tags to finish that title work. And they're perfect for me because they are a great size, and I really do like the font, and they keep it very simple, and they're fun, and they have some, some flair because they're gold foil, but they do not take away from the rest of the page at all, and they really just sort of look like they belong right there. Now, as you can see, I'm sort of running out of those alphabet stickers. I don't have an O and I don't have enough L's, so I'll need to go and get a new package out so that I can complete my alphabet, or not my alphabet, my title, excuse me. And what I do like about these particular alphabets is that you get lowercase and uppercase in the same package, and there's plenty of each, and you can absolutely mix and match them. They go together well, and they really do just really accentuate or complement any page that you're working on. And then now that I'm finished with that, I'll go ahead and set those to the side so that I can work on the title, or on just the little bit of journaling that I'm going to add. Anyway, that is it for this particular page. I hope you've enjoyed it and you enjoyed this look at how I created the page. If you liked it, I would absolutely love it if you left a thumbs up on my video. That really helps me out a lot. And I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you back here soon. Thank you.